Ollie. Oh, nice. Now do a barrel roll.
That's not even a move.
Yeah, it is. Let me show you.
I want to go.
Darren, you can't have a go. You've got no feet.
Your point?
Well, how's a robot supposed to ride a skateboard without feet?
I can play every game.
Oh, well, fine. Have a go then.
Right, I will. Charging my laser! Fine. I didn't want to play a game based on such a primitive form of transport anyway. You know, the Tony Hawk series began in 1999 with the release of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for PlayStation. It was then ported to various formats, including Dreamcast.
I think we hurt his feelings.
Don't worry, we'll do a system restore. He'll forget all about it.
Yeah, good idea. Tony Hawk's Ride is the latest game to arrive in a big box with a fake plastic thing. Only this time it's an actual skateboard. Well, an actual fake skateboard.
The board itself is pretty cool. It's about the same size as a real deck with lots of little sensor units on the side to measure your movements, much like the Wii Balance board, although here it's to emulate skateboarding as opposed to just telling you you're fat. P-H-A-T.
And it works much like you'd expect. You get speed by pushing with your feet, you steer by leaning to one side or the other, and you just pop the nose quickly into the air to do an ollie or slowly for a manual.
It also detects more of the subtle moves like tilt and orientation, and that's to pull off the more tricky moves in the game.
Yeah, and it works great in theory, but in practice it kind of fails. The only real trick that you do in the game is an ollie, and then from that you just perform all these really amazing tricks just from tilting the board one way or another.
Yeah, and there are 3 difficulties you can play on. Casual steers it for you, confident steers it a bit less, and hardcore lets you have complete control.
You'll probably have the most fun on casual though, because it does give the feeling of actual skating skill, but it just gets a bit boring because, well, like we said, all you'll really be doing is leaning backwards and forwards on the board, and there's just no real compelling challenge there. Meanwhile, the harder difficulties just aren't much fun.
Yeah, I hear you, Hex. Casual's fun for a while, but then after a few minutes, you just start craving more challenge. But then you regret it because the game becomes all about just trying to get your guy to go where you want him to. And suffice to say, when I put it on hard, there was a lot of face meeting wall.
Yeah, I feel like they've just missed out on that sweet spot, you know? You play on casual, which is mildly enjoyable but gets boring, so you move the difficulty up and then it just becomes Frustration City.
You do get the feeling that on the harder difficulty, if you spend the time learning the controls, you might have a bit more fun with it. But Hex, who wants to spend heaps of time not having fun to eventually have fun?
I know, I just kept thinking I'd rather either learn to actually skateboard or play a good skateboarding game that didn't require me to balance on a fake board all night. And it still is a great idea, it just is executed poorly.
It definitely falls into that party game category where a few friends might get around and everyone has a go for a minute. It's got that have a go quality, and there is 8-player multiplayer hot seat, but I just couldn't get into it by myself.
Badge, I haven't finished my whinging. What about all those pro skater videos they had throughout the game?
Time to step it up. It's the Vans Downtown Showdown.
I mean, I know these guys have great skating skills, but acting skills?
I gotta hand it to you. That was some alright skating, you little punk. Good skating with your buddy.
Anyway, Badge, let's wrap this up.
Well, there's some good ideas here, but it's just novelty value more than anything else. And Hex, I think I've got another piece of plastic to add to my plastic peripheral fort of useless peripherals that I'm building in my house. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I don't know, I think the board itself still has some potential, and I hope it does get some use in another game. It's just that this one didn't have the feel or fun of a good skating game for me. I'm giving it 5. A gamer garage sale, perhaps.